introduction. I hope there's not a connection between your introduction of Slave Master and my speech. Well, I'm very honored to be here, to be able to talk about empowering meaningful connectedness. Well, what does connectedness really mean? I've been wondering this both professionally and privately last 5-6 years very often. And I would like to share some of my experience, beliefs, and maybe also wishes with you. Well, I believe the domain of care is really in need of change. I don't think we really need to argue about that it would be good to have some changes happening in the world of care, both for the care professionals and also for people who receive care. I believe that we can establish this great breakthrough in healthcare by empowering meaningful connectedness between people. So bringing back the human, the people, the connection, the real connection between people again. With robots. Some of you are already laughing. I see some faces like, oh my God, what is this? So how do you feel now? What thoughts are running through your head? Probably many of you think, well, robots, they are cold and they are not human. She says empowering human connectedness with robots, they are distant. We need human care, we need the warm touch. Robots are expensive. We don't have money, or plenty of money in care. Well, how does this work? And also care professionals, they like to work in care because they care about humans. They don't care about technology. What do they need with technology? They care about humans. That is why they choose to be in this profession, to be working and to giving everything they are and everything they have in this domain. Well, connectedness, yeah, we already heard. We all know we are very connected in terms of technology, smartphones, smart applications, connected in terms of infrastructure. There's a lot of information, messages, throwing up towards of every day. It doesn't stop. It's a connectivity, yes, true. But, well, does it really mean that we are connected? Do we really feel connected because of this? So we have we have 5 senses and we use them, and they are I think for many people they are under a lot of stress. Senses are being stimulated, being triggered all the time. But maybe there's more. I feel there's more. I feel that the real connection really happens when we connect with our hearts. I believe that we can really feel connected even when we're not physically present. When you're connected with your heart with someone or with a group of people, you can feel that you're really together. I feel, for example, now that there are really some people who are not here, they are with me. I really feel them. On the other side, I also experience a lot of times that when you're together physically with a group of people, I don't really feel together with them. So what does it mean? Do we always have to be physically together to be connected? Do we have to get all this stream of information, factual information, maybe images, maybe multiple, can be all of all kinds, but what does connection mean? So I really like this book, and especially like this quote. It's only with the heart that one can see rightly what is essential is invisible to the eye. And so when we really connect with our hearts, when we really want to establish this connection, I think magic happens. Well, it sounds great, but how are we going to do this? Because, well, this connection, it really requires a lot of time and attention and awareness. I think also silence, in a way, some freedom to be the person you are and to express that as well. But if we look at care, well, I don't know if we live in this reality now we don't really have a lot of time. We have a lot of protocols, we have rules, we have procedures. There's a lot of time pressure, which all, of course, has a reason why it came this way. But if we kind of think about how we can improve care at this moment, I think there's a twist that would be good. I speak to a lot of care professionals and they say, well, I have so many rules, I have to do this in this way and I cannot really be myself anymore. So, well, yeah. This is a picture taken from a movie I would like to share with you. I've been working on European projects in the area of companion robots that support people to end their lives, independent living, for the last 5-6 years now. During one of the, well, we involve a lot of people, many stakeholders, clients, end users, care professionals, well, a lot of people in the area of care. And we had, during one of the research sessions, focus group, there was a participant. He was a medical doctor at a care organization near Eindhoven. And he says, well, I believe in you and your friend. The friend he was indicating to this little robot. And he says, I would like to invite you to come to our care facilities where people with dementia live. And I was like, oh, but this is a prototype and we're not ready yet. We're just developing, and it's actually for people who would like to prolong independent living at home. So I was a bit like, oh. But also knowing that when we talk about support for elderly, support for care, many people have this feeling that probably some of you also experience, oh, no, robots for elderly, that's totally not what we want. So I was very glad that there was one person who was very enthusiastic. So we did a pilot there. We went a week to a care facility where people with dementia live. And he said, well, how are you going to measure if this is a success? These people will live here. It's probably the last place where they will live in their life, last phase of dementia. And I said, well, if we can measure the amount of smiles, the amount of sleep medication people need, the amount of medication for depression, if we can give them some joyful moments, some connection can be established maybe between people. He said, well, yeah, I don't know, just come and we'll see what happens. So we did that, and when we came there, I had a very strange mix of feelings I think I never experienced before. On the one side, I was very sad. At the other side, I felt extremely excited. I get goosebumps again. To feel, okay, I think we can do something here. I think something can happen here. When we came in, care personnel was very engaged, very busy with preparing foods, drinks, personal hygiene, medication, so all very important things. At the same time, 15 people were kind of parked at a table waiting for the next thing to happen, which is in 3 hours they get some food again. There were no triggers between them. Well, they have dementia. And that's, besides memory impairments, that's one of the things that people lose. Initiative, stimulation, triggers. So there's these people having led a beautiful life, all kinds of experience, connections, and they're just sitting there for, I don't know, it can be a year, can be 2 years, parked at a table. So then, yeah, we were very happy that we were kind of allowed, because I think it was really a gesture that they let us in. And then the care personnel, many of them said, oh my God, there she comes with this robot, sorry, but we don't have time for this. We cannot play around here, we have serious things to do. But okay, here, grab a cup of coffee and just, enjoy yourself. So I think that was a connection, even though she didn't believe in what we thought could maybe bring something, she gave us a chance, she connected. So I would like to, Can you please start the video?
Kijk mevrouw, ik heb leuke foto's bij me. Raak mijn scherm maar aan.
Welke kerk is het, hè? Welke kerk is het? Weten jullie iets? Van welke kerk is dit, hè? Ja, ik ken hem wel.
Is dit de kerk van Hezen?
Is dit er het Hezen? Is dit er gezegd? Heb ik dit goed gehoord?
Ik weet het niet eigenlijk.
Nee, hè?
Kunt u het rood fruit aanwijzen? Goed zo. Wel, kindje is wakker.
Ja, dat kun je wel zien, hè. Dat ziet denk ik iedereen.
Wijs maar aan. Kijk eens hier.
Thanks. So, what did we see? Special, yeah. Thanks. I think that quite some amazing things happened there, and of course, this is just a 3-minute compilation of a week. Things that were happening, but I think there were a lot of things where we could see that kind of the life was brought back into this room again. And people started to whistle, they started to relate to music, they started to relate to pictures that were shown, and based on a trigger that they get, a picture that was shown, they started to connect to each other. The lady pointing at a man, recognizing that he was whistling. So I think, well, I don't know if I need to tell more about things that we saw that was happening. But there were also reactions from this care personnel. 3 minutes, okay. Thanks. Of this care personnel who was very skeptical in the beginning. After a team meeting, they came back into a room and they literally said, oh my God, what happened to the vibes? What is this, a great energy? So what can we bring? I mean, what is it about? Isn't it all about connecting people and trying to make people maybe happy, give them joyful moments? Even the care personnel in the beginning who said, well, no, I don't really believe in this, after a day, she came and said, well, I have this app on this phone. It's a memory game, and this lady really likes it, and this man, he normally wants to see it as well, but it's such a small screen, I cannot try to get it on the app, but can we put it on Max? Well, yeah, sure, we can make that. So and then in the end, from her perspective, she was, because she saw the effect, and she also saw that it could be kind of a toolbox for her to get some more tools to actually, to be, and you could really feel her kind of it was kind of an inspiration, thinking, okay, but then I can do my work in a different way. I can do this and I can do that. So that made her kind of a co-designer, thinking along from her background, from her expertise, and improving. Oh yeah, I forgot to press. So, maybe this kind of, I hope this maybe changed your ideas a bit, that robots are not only cold and that they're completely useless, and it's something that we definitely do not want in care. I think that it can really fulfill a double role. It can be a body, kind of a something that looks after you, that can stimulate you, can trigger you, and of course there are many different robots. This is just one kind. But at the same time, I think it can be a kind of a colleague also for people who are working in the care domain. But the point is, we cannot put robots just there. Here you have a robot. Okay, everything is solved. We really need this person. We really need this care giver. This time is off, or is the screen just off? Okay, 55 seconds. To really get out this connection, because without people, it doesn't work. It's not the point. We lose the heart. Robots can do all kinds of functionalities. They can do all kinds of things. But we need this person. We need this caregiver. We need this informal caregivers, these partners, the people around it. So let us please make proper tools so that we can empower meaningful connectedness again. Okay. Thanks.